The massive shipyard at Europa Station hadn't seen anything like it in decades. The vessel that hung in the construction bay dwarfed everything around it, its crystalline hull reflecting the harsh lights in ways that seemed to defy physics. Captain Sarah Chen stood at the observation deck, her dark eyes fixed on what most considered impossible, the last known precursor vessel in the galaxy. 17 different species declared it beyond salvation, Executive Officer James Martinez said, stepping up beside her. The Arcturus Confederation spent 3 years trying to crack its systems. The Zenith Collective called it technological suicide, to even attempt repairs. Sarah's lips curved into a slight smile. And yet here we are. The vessel, designated Legacy by the Interstellar Council, had appeared in human space 6 months ago, guided by automated systems that had somehow survived whatever catastrophe had claimed its original crew. Its arrival had caused an immediate diplomatic crisis as various alien factions argued over salvage rights. In the end, humanity's reputation for solving impossible engineering challenges had won them the chance to attempt restoration. Initial survey team is ready, James reported, his augmented reality display showing multiple status updates. Dr. Patel's Xenotech division has been studying the preliminary scans for weeks. They think they've identified some patterns in the ship's quantum architecture. Sarah nodded, her own neural interface bringing up detailed schematics. The Legacy systems were unlike anything humanity had encountered, not simply advanced, but fundamentally different in how they approached physics and engineering. The crystalline hull wasn't simply armor. It was a massive computational matrix that somehow merged structural integrity with data processing. "Get me a direct feed to the survey team," she ordered, watching as 6 figures in advanced EVA suits approached the vessel's main airlock. The team was led by Dr. Arya Patel, humanity's leading expert in alien technology integration. Each member had been chosen not just for their technical expertise, but for their ability to think beyond conventional solutions. The team's helmet feeds showed the airlock's interior, a space that seemed to shift and flow like liquid crystal, yet maintained perfect structural integrity. "Amazing," Dr. Patel's voice came through clear on the comm. "The entire ship seems to be one interconnected system. These aren't separate components. It's all one massive quantum computer." As the team moved deeper into the vessel, their scanners revealed layer upon layer of technology that defied conventional understanding. Corridors that should have been riddled with battle damage showed signs of attempted self-repair, though the process had clearly failed at some point. "Look at this," one of the engineers called out, his scanner focused on what appeared to be a control interface. "The system's still alive, barely. It's like it's been in some kind of suspended animation, waiting." Dr. Patel approached the interface, her specialized sensors taking in data that would have overwhelmed standard equipment. "Captain," she called out, "I think I know why this ship chose our space to appear in. It's been searching, running through countless civilizations, looking for one that might be able to understand its systems." Sarah felt a chill run down her spine. "You're saying it chose us?" The precursors built their technology to be adaptable, to learn and grow. This ship has been analyzing species across the galaxy, looking for one with the right combination of technical skill and cognitive flexibility. Other species try to understand it through their own technological frameworks. But humans, we adapt, Sarah finished. We don't just try to understand technology. We reimagine it. The survey team continued their initial exploration, each new discovery adding to the picture of a vessel that was less a machine and more a living system. The Legacy hadn't just been damaged, it had been transformed by whatever catastrophe had claimed its original crew, forcing its systems to evolve in ways its creators hadn't anticipated. "Captain," Dr. Patel's voice carried an edge of excitement. "We found something. The ship's core systems, they're not dead. They're reconfiguring. Every scan we take, every piece of data we collect, it's learning from us as much as we're learning from it." Sarah watched the data streams flowing across her neural interface, seeing patterns emerge that seemed to bridge the gap between human and precursor technology. The legacy wasn't just a salvage project, it was an opportunity to leap forward centuries, or even millennia in technological development. "Begin full integration protocols," she ordered. "I want every department working on this. The legacy chose humanity for a reason. Let's prove it made the right choice." As the survey team continued their work, none of them noticed the subtle changes in the ship's crystalline structure, microscopic shifts that suggested something far more profound than simple damage was at work. The legacy wasn't just waiting to be repaired, it was waiting to be reborn. 3 weeks into the restoration project, Europa Station's engineering bay had transformed into something that barely resembled human technology. Crystalline interfaces merged with holographic displays, creating workspace environments that adapted to each engineer's thought patterns. Dr. Arya Patel stood in the center of it all, her neural implants processing data streams that would have overwhelmed conventional systems. "The quantum matrix is responding to our modifications," she reported, watching as nanoscale fabricators wove new crystalline structures into damaged sections of the legacy's hull. "It's not just accepting our repairs, it's incorporating our techniques into its own repair protocols." The alien observers stationed at Europa had initially scoffed at humanity's approach. Where their species had tried to decode and replicate the precursor technology precisely, the human team had begun creating hybrid systems that merged their own understanding with the vessel's existing architecture. "That's impossible," declared Krithax, the Arcturus Confederation's senior engineer. "You cannot simply combine technologies with such vastly different operational principles." Sarah Chen watched as another section of the ship's systems came online, displays showing power flows that shouldn't have been possible according to any known physics. "Impossible is just another word for something we haven't figured out yet," she replied. The breakthrough had come when James Martinez noticed something peculiar in the ship's quantum architecture. The damage wasn't random. It followed patterns that suggested the vessel had been actively reorganizing itself, even as its systems failed. The legacy hadn't just been waiting for repair, it had been evolving. "Look at this," James called out, bringing up a holographic representation of the ship's core systems. "The crystalline matrix isn't just computational, it's trying to achieve quantum coherence across the entire vessel. It's not separate systems working together, it's becoming one unified quantum state." Dr. Patel's team had taken this insight and run with it. Instead of trying to restore the ship to its original specifications, they began treating it as a living system that could adapt and grow. Their repair protocols didn't just fix damage. They created new pathways for the ship's quantum consciousness to expand. "Power output is at 30% and rising," reported Lieutenant Sarah Wong from her station. The engineering team had managed to restart the legacy's main reactor by introducing elements of human quantum containment technology. The result was a hybrid power system that generated energy in ways that defied conventional physics. The alien observers watched in stunned silence as sections of the ship began to glow with an inner light, crystalline structures pulsing with energy that their sensors couldn't properly quantify. The legacy was awakening, but it was becoming something more than its original creators had envisioned. "The ship's quantum core is integrating our modifications at an exponential rate," Dr. Patel announced, her voice tight with excitement. "It's not just learning from us. It's evolving beyond both human and precursor technology. We're creating something entirely new." The restoration project had become more than just a technical challenge. It was a testament to humanity's unique approach to problem solving. The ability to see beyond established limitations and imagine new possibilities. Where other species saw insurmountable barriers, humans saw opportunities for innovation. "Captain," James called out, his AR display showing rapidly changing data streams, "we're detecting quantum entanglement effects throughout the ship's structure. The crystalline matrix is achieving coherence levels that shouldn't be possible." Sarah moved to his station, watching as the legacy's systems continued to evolve. The ship was becoming something unprecedented, a fusion of human ingenuity and precursor technology that transcended both. Its quantum architecture now incorporated principles that neither humanity nor the precursors had originally conceived. "Dr. Patel," she called out, "what are we looking at here?" Area's neural interfaces were processing data faster than any conventional computer could manage. "The ship isn't just being repaired, Captain. It's using our understanding of quantum mechanics to rebuild itself at a fundamental level. We're not just restoring technology. We're witnessing the birth of an entirely new form of technological evolution." The alien observers had fallen into shocked silence, their own sophisticated scanning equipment struggling to make sense of what they were seeing. The Legacy was achieving power levels and computational capabilities that their civilizations had deemed theoretically impossible. As the day continued, more systems came online, each one demonstrating capabilities that pushed the boundaries of known physics. The Legacy was no longer just a precursor vessel being repaired by humans. It was becoming something more, a hybrid that represented the next step in technological evolution. "Keep pushing forward," Sarah ordered, watching as her crew continued their work. The Legacy chose humanity for a reason. "Let's show the galaxy what happens when you combine human creativity with advanced technology." Deep within the ship's quantum core, patterns of energy danced and shifted, creating new configurations that had never existed before. The Legacy was awakening, but what it was becoming was something that neither its original creators nor its human saviors could have predicted. The discovery came during what should have been a routine scan of the Legacy's quantum memory core. Dr. Patel was mapping newly activated sections of the crystalline matrix when her neural interfaces detected something buried deep within the ship's consciousness, a message encoded in the very structure of its quantum architecture. "Captain Chin," she called out, her voice trembling with excitement. "You need to see this." The message unfolded in the holographic space above the engineering bay, translating itself through the hybrid interfaces the human team had created. It wasn't just data. It was a recording, a final testament from the precursors themselves. "We are the builders," the message began, patterns of light forming into abstract representations of beings that existed as much in quantum states as in physical form. "And we have failed." Sarah and her crew watched in stunned silence as the story unfolded. The precursors hadn't disappeared. They had transcended, attempting to evolve beyond physical form into beings of pure quantum energy. But something had gone wrong, catastrophically wrong. "Our attempt to ascend beyond the physical realm created a cascade effect." The message continued. "We became trapped between states of existence, neither fully physical nor fully transcendent. This vessel, the Legacy, was our last hope, an attempt to preserve our knowledge and find a species capable of understanding what we had become." James Martinez studied the data streams flowing through his AR display. The ship's quantum architecture. It's not just technology. It's a bridge between physical space and whatever realm the precursors were trying to reach. The alien observers crowded around their own displays, their sophisticated translation systems struggling to process information that challenged their fundamental understanding of reality. The Legacy wasn't just a ship. It was a doorway to another state of existence. That's why other species couldn't repair it, Dr. Patel realized, her neural interfaces making connections that conventional minds would have missed. They were trying to restore it to a purely physical state. But the ship exists partially in quantum space. It needs to maintain that duality to function. The human team's hybrid approach, merging conventional technology with quantum systems, had unknowingly been the perfect solution. They weren't just repairing the ship. They were helping it maintain its balance between physical and quantum realms. "The builder's message continues," Sarah announced, watching as more data unfolded. "They didn't just leave us technology. They left us a warning." The warning revealed itself in cascading streams of quantum data. The precursors' attempted ascension had created ripples in the fabric of space-time, drawing the attention of something that existed in the spaces between realities, something that had hunted them to the edge of extinction. "We sealed ourselves away," the message explained, scattered our consciousness across multiple quantum states to hide. The legacy carries not just our knowledge, but fragments of our very being. We waited, searching for a species with the unique combination of technological understanding and cognitive flexibility needed to comprehend our existence. Dr. Patel's team worked frantically to process the new information, their hybrid interfaces revealing layers of complexity in the ship's systems that they had only begun to understand. The crystalline matrix wasn't just computational. It contained echoes of the precursors themselves, preserved in quantum states between existence and transcendence. "Captain," James called out, his display showing new energy patterns emerging throughout the ship. "The legacy systems, they're not just coming online. They're waking up." Sarah watched as sections of the ship began to pulse with new energy, the crystalline hull resonating with frequencies that existed partially outside normal spacetime. The legacy was more than a vessel or even a quantum computer. It was a living archive of a civilization that had tried to become something more than physical beings. "The hybridization we've created," Dr. Patel explained, her voice filled with awe. "It's not just merging human and precursor technology. It's creating a stable interface between physical and quantum states. We're doing what the builders couldn't achieve, finding balance between the two realms." The alien observers had fallen into a reverent silence, their own advanced civilizations suddenly seeming primitive in comparison to what they were witnessing. The legacy was revealing secrets that went beyond conventional understanding of physics and reality itself. As the day progressed, more of the builder's message revealed itself through the ship's quantum systems. The legacy wasn't just a repository of advanced technology. It was a blueprint for a new form of existence, one that could bridge the gap between physical space and the quantum realm. "They chose us," Sarah realized, watching her crew work to integrate this new understanding into their restoration efforts. "Not because we were the most advanced, but because we could see beyond the limitations of conventional physics. We could imagine possibilities that other species wouldn't even consider." Deep within the legacy's quantum core, patterns of energy continued to shift and evolve, guided by the human team's innovations. The ship was becoming something unprecedented, a true hybrid of physical and quantum existence, stabilized by human ingenuity and imagination. The builder's legacy was transforming into something new, something that neither they nor humanity had fully envisioned. And somewhere in the spaces between realities, the entity that had hunted the precursors stirred, sensing the awakening of something it had thought lost forever. The legacy's transformation had exceeded all expectations. What had begun as a restoration project had evolved into something unprecedented in human or alien history. The vessel's crystalline hull now pulsed with energies that existed simultaneously in physical and quantum space, its hybrid systems achieving levels of integration that defied conventional physics. Neural interface connectivity at 200% of projected capacity, Dr. Patel reported, her own augmented consciousness merged with the ship's evolving quantum matrix. The legacy isn't just accepting our modifications, it's actively building upon them. The engineering bay had become a symphony of human and precursor technology. Holographic displays merged seamlessly with crystalline interfaces, creating workspaces that adapted to each crew member's thought patterns. The alien observers watched in stunned silence as human engineers manipulated quantum states with an intuition that their species had deemed impossible. "We're detecting new energy signatures," James announced, his AR display showing patterns that rippled through multiple dimensions. "The ship's quantum core is achieving coherent states that shouldn't be possible." Sarah Chen studied the data flowing across her neural interface. The legacy had become more than just a vessel. It was evolving into a new form of consciousness, one that bridged the gap between human intuition and precursor transcendence. "Look at this," Dr. Patel called out, bringing up a holographic representation of the ship's quantum architecture. The crystalline matrix isn't just processing data, it's creating new neural pathways. The legacy is learning, adapting, becoming something more than either we or the builders envisioned. The breakthrough came during a routine power distribution test. Lieutenant Wong had been adjusting the quantum containment fields when she noticed something extraordinary. The ship's systems weren't just working together. They were achieving a state of quantum entanglement that encompassed the entire vessel. "It's not separate systems anymore," she explained, her display showing energy flows that defied conventional physics. "The whole ship is becoming one unified quantum state. Human technology, precursor systems, they're merging into something entirely new." The alien observers' sophisticated scanning equipment struggled to make sense of what they were seeing. The Legacy was achieving power levels and computational capabilities that their civilizations had deemed theoretically impossible. "The hybridization is complete," Dr. Patil announced, her neural interfaces processing data faster than any conventional computer could manage. "We've created a stable interface between physical and quantum realms. The Legacy isn't just a ship anymore. It's becoming a bridge between different states of existence." Deep within the vessel's quantum core, patterns of energy danced and shifted, creating configurations that had never existed before. The Legacy was awakening, but what it was becoming was something that neither its original creators nor its human saviors could have predicted. "Captain," James called out, his voice tight with excitement, "we're detecting quantum resonance patterns throughout the ship's structure. It's like the vessel is trying to communicate." Sarah moved to his station, watching as new data streams emerged across the displays. The Legacy wasn't just integrating technologies. It was developing its own form of consciousness, one that existed partially in quantum space and partially in the physical realm. "The builders didn't just leave us technology," Dr. Patil realized, her augmented consciousness detecting patterns that others missed. "They left us a path to something more. The Legacy isn't just a ship or even a quantum computer. It's a prototype for a new form of existence." The engineering team worked tirelessly, their hybrid interfaces allowing them to manipulate quantum states with unprecedented precision. Each new integration revealed more of the vessel's potential, pushing the boundaries of what was thought possible. "Power output is stabilizing at 400% of theoretical maximum," Lieutenant Wong reported. "The quantum containment fields are self-adjusting, creating perfect harmony between physical and quantum states." The alien observers had fallen into reverent silence, their own advanced civilizations suddenly seeming primitive in comparison to what they were witnessing. The Legacy was revealing possibilities that went beyond conventional understanding of physics and reality itself. As the day progressed, more systems achieved quantum coherence, each one demonstrating capabilities that challenged the fundamental laws of physics. The Legacy had become a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability, proof that imagination could bridge gaps that technology alone could not cross. "We're not just restoring a ship," Sarah announced to her crew. "We're opening a door to the next stage of technological evolution. The Legacy chose humanity because we could see beyond conventional limitations, because we could imagine possibilities that other species wouldn't even consider." Deep within the quantum core, the vessel's emerging consciousness continued to evolve, guided by the perfect balance of human intuition and precursor technology. The Legacy was becoming something unprecedented, a bridge between realities, a harbinger of possibilities that would reshape the galaxy's understanding of existence itself. But in the spaces between dimensions, something stirred. The entity that had hunted the precursors had sensed the awakening, felt the ripples of a power it had thought forever lost. The Legacy's transformation was complete, but its greatest test was yet to come. They came from the spaces between realities, emerging like shadows cast by quantum fluctuations. The entity that had hunted the precursors to extinction had finally found what it sought, the last remnant of its ancient prey, now transformed by human ingenuity into something unprecedented. "Multiple quantum breaches detected," James Martinez announced, his AR display showing distortions that twisted both physical and quantum space. "Whatever these things are, they're not fully in our reality." The Legacy's warning systems pulsed with energies that existed in multiple states simultaneously. The hybrid vessel, now fully integrated with its human crew, recognized the ancient threat that had driven its creators to hide between dimensions. All stations, battle stations, Captain Sarah Chen ordered, her neural interface merging seamlessly with the ship's quantum consciousness. Dr. Patel, what are we dealing with? Aria's augmented consciousness processed data streams that would have overwhelmed conventional systems. They're like the precursor's opposite, beings that exist primarily in quantum space, manifesting partially in physical reality. They feed on technological advancement, consuming civilizations that reach too far into quantum realms. The first attack came as ripples in spacetime itself. The entities attempted to disrupt the legacy's quantum coherence, trying to tear apart the delicate balance between physical and quantum states that the human team had achieved. But humanity's unique approach, the integration of conventional technology with quantum systems, had created something the entities had never encountered. The legacy didn't just resist, it adapted. The hybrid systems are holding, Lieutenant Wang reported, watching as the ship's crystalline hull pulsed with new patterns of energy. The quantum core is actually learning from their attacks, strengthening our defenses. The entities struck again, this time attempting to corrupt the vessel's emerging consciousness. They expected to find weakness in the merger of human and precursor technology. Instead, they found something entirely new. They don't understand what we've created, Dr. Puddle realized, her neural interfaces detecting patterns in the chaos. The legacy isn't just precursor technology anymore. Human innovation has transformed it into something unprecedented. Sarah felt the ship's hybrid consciousness resonating with her own thoughts. The legacy wasn't just responding to commands. It was anticipating them, working in perfect synchronization with its human crew. Transfer all power to the quantum matrix, she ordered, watching as energy patterns shifted throughout the vessel. Let's show them what happens when human creativity meets precursor technology. The legacy's response was beyond anything its creators could have imagined. The crystalline hull began to pulse with energies that existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously. Where the entities attempted to disrupt reality, the ship created new configurations of spacetime. Quantum coherence at 500%, James announced, his displays showing power levels that defied physics. The ship isn't just defending, it's rewriting the rules of engagement. The entities had never encountered a force that could match their manipulation of quantum space. The legacy, guided by human intuition and powered by hybrid technology, moved through dimensions with unprecedented precision. They're trying to retreat, Dr. Patel called out, her augmented consciousness tracking the entity's movements through quantum space. They've never faced anything like this. But Sarah knew they couldn't let these ancient hunters escape. The legacy had chosen humanity for a reason, not just to preserve knowledge, but to protect the galaxy from threats that existed beyond conventional reality. Initialize the quantum cascade, she ordered, her mind merged with the ship's consciousness. Let's end this threat once and for all. The legacy's response was magnificent. Its hybrid systems generated a quantum field that existed in all possible states simultaneously, creating a trap that the entities couldn't comprehend or escape. Quantum field stabilizing, Lieutenant Wang reported, watching as the entities were caught in a web of possibilities. We're forcing them into a single quantum state. The beings that had hunted the precursors, that had existed as creatures of pure quantum potential, found themselves confined by human innovation. The legacy's hybrid technology didn't just match their power, it surpassed it. Field collapse in 3, 2, 1. James counted down. The quantum cascade completed, collapsing the entities into a single reality state. Beings that had existed as hunters between dimensions found themselves trapped in physical space, their power neutralized by technology they couldn't comprehend. As the last energy signatures faded, the legacy's systems pulsed with new strength. The ship had evolved beyond its original design, beyond even what the human team had envisioned. It had become a true synthesis of human creativity and precursor technology. The builders chose well, Dr. Paddle said softly, her neural interfaces showing the full scope of what they had achieved. They didn't just need someone to repair their ship. They needed a species that could imagine new possibilities, that could see beyond the limitations of conventional physics. Sarah looked out at the stars, feeling the Legacy's consciousness resonating with her own. The vessel wasn't just a ship anymore. It was a blueprint for humanity's future, a bridge between physical reality and quantum potential. "Send word to Earth," she ordered. "Tell them the Legacy project was successful, but it's just the beginning. We've opened a door to something greater than either humanity or the precursors imagined." The Legacy's crystalline hull pulsed with renewed energy, its hybrid systems ready to explore possibilities that no species had ever dreamed possible. Humanity had done more than restore a damaged vessel. They had created something entirely new, something that would reshape the galaxy's understanding of what was possible.